This week, 3 of former President Trump's children are scheduled to take the stand in his civil fraud trial. Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka all scheduled to testify this week, with Trump himself expected to take the stand a week from today. Meanwhile, in the federal election interference case against him, Trump is back under the hold of a gag order. Judge Tanya Chutkan reinstated the order late yesterday, days after Jack Smith's team alleged Trump posted intimidating messages about prosecutors and potential witnesses on social media. Now, Trump's lawyers say this gag order violates his right to free speech. Joining us now, former Assistant Manhattan DA Catherine Christian and MSNBC legal analyst. Catherine, it's always good to have you here. So the Trump family lined up to testify this week, again, starting with Don Jr., followed by Eric, then Ivanka. Given there is no jury here, it's just a judge, how do you think the lawyers will approach questioning?
Well, even though there isn't a jury, there has to be a record made, because if the judge finds the Trump family, Ivanka is not part of the case anymore, liable, there will be an appeal. So nothing worse than to have, as a prosecutor, the Attorney General's office have a case reversed on appeal because the questions were inappropriate or you didn't bring out all of the information. So the purpose, and they are being called as witnesses by the Attorney General. So they're not the Attorney General's witnesses. They're basically adverse witness. But the purpose of calling the defendants and Ivanka is to have them confirm on the record information that they can't deny. So basically, it's going to be yes or no answers. It's going to be showing them a document. Is that your signature? It's going to be bringing up a meeting. Were you at that meeting? Was so-and-so and so-and-so at that meeting? So they're confirming all of the information that will help prove that the documents were falsified, the financial statements were falsified, and the insurance applications were falsified. And it was done with the intent of fraud. So basically, out of the people who are part of the Trump organization's mouth, even they have confirmed it. They're not going to say, of course, we intended to defraud, but by them confirming meetings that took place where other witnesses said that's when those conversations happened, by confirming documents where other witnesses have said that information is false, that's how the AG is intending to prove that they are liable for this fraud.
Basically, you know, Don Jr. and Eric are right there at the top of the organization's echelon, right? And they are specifically named in this lawsuit. Are they forced to testify here?
They are not forced to. Well, they have to take the stand, but they can, if they are concerned about criminal liability, take the Fifth Amendment. So,
but that could be used against them in a civil trial, right?
Yes, it will be. There's no jury, but the judge can hold it against them because the answers they would have given would have been harmful against them, which is why they didn't give the answers. That's basically what the charge would be given to the jury, but instead the judge will take that into account. Ivanka is out of it, so she's no longer a defendant. But she was there, and she was part of the organization, which is why she's being called. So if they lose, if Trump loses the organization, Eric, Don, and their father will be prohibited for life from being on top of a business in New York State for life if they lose. And if that's what the obviously it's going to be appealed, and the appeals are against them. So this is a big deal, not just for their father, it's for them too. Ivanka, again, is out of it. She's no longer a defendant.
Right. And so you mentioned the appeal. Obviously, Trump continues to try to paint this narrative that this judge is just purely anti-Trump. And that's not going to obviously help him in the courtroom of Judge Engoron. But have you seen any evidence so far come out in this trial that could help Trump on appeal?
Nothing that this judge did that an appellate court will look at and say, oh, he was so clearly biased. Even the gag order that the judge gave was so limited. It was just, don't target my court staff. And of course, Donald Trump, twice in less than a month, targeted his court staff, specifically his law clerk. So there's nothing really on the record that the attorneys, if the Trump family and if the Trump organization loses this case, can point to bias on behalf of the judge.
Excellent, as always. Thank you for your analysis. Good to see you, Catherine Christian.